Good afternoon and welcome to another inspirational story with Dr. Anna. Today, I would like to talk to you about a story called Talking About Freedom. These stories are from my book, Practical Spirituality, How to Find Spirit in Everyday Life, and it's the first volume. It's about stories of my life from the spiritual perspective. Some time ago, I read somewhere that even in the most severe cases of freedom deprivation, for instance, being in prison under nightmarish circumstances and for a long period of time, a prisoner has the capability to feel free. I remember a story from a prisoner from a concentration camp, and they asked him, when he finished at the end of the war, they asked him, "How are you still alive? How did you survive that ordeal?" And he said, "Well, when they give me that dirty water that was supposed to be food, I used to visualize food with potatoes and vegetables and chicken and meat in it, and I used to eat it like I was eating it. So in my mind, I was nourishing myself, and that's how I survived." So I thought, how can this be? The first thing that came to my mind was that you don't have to be in prison to feel like a prisoner, the same as you don't have to feel as a prisoner because you are in prison. We can be in the outside world and still feel oppressed by all the demands and stresses of the world around us. The next thing that came to my mind was the idea that you must make space for everything you want to experience in your life. If you want more time, you have to make time. If you want more love, you have to give love first. If you want more money, you have to let go of the control of your own money, share it, create a flow of give and take, and have faith in the universal law of abundance, which tells us that everything we give to others, we give to ourselves. So whatever we give will come back to us tenfold. So I thought, I need to make space so that I can expand my soul. This will create more choices in my life because I will have more room to maneuver. And this in turn will create the illusion of freedom. The illusion of freedom will become freedom because freedom is a choice, and the choice is freedom. So I did this. I visualized my personal space getting bigger, and I had to start saying no to people quite a few times. I had to shape up and step up my understanding and practice of integrity by making certain choices that might have been unpopular, but that I felt were the right ones for me. I had to be determined to stick to the strength, to be true to myself first, and I had to speak in clear fashion to those who wanted from me more than I could or wanted to give, or I was prepared to give. I had to be selfish in a self-nurturing way. I had to decide how much I had forgiven, to whom, and when. I had to set up my own terms and stick to them as long as I felt that they were fair and right. Sometimes I had to compromise to a certain point that didn't feel like selling my soul in exchange for receiving acceptance or permission, material gain, or even bonding to any kind of emotional manipulation. It was a hard path I embarked on, but it was a path of not return for me. As I did all this, in many occasions, I would go back to my old thought patterns of feeling guilty when I was holding my ground. You know what it's like when people give you that look, when they are not getting what they want from you, and you are feeling sorry for them or starting to wonder, should I keep doing this? Or when I didn't seem to be reasonable with others because I wasn't tolerating to be a doormat. I wasn't tolerating what I used to tolerate before. So now I've changed the status quo. And now they are misplaced. They are thinking, so if she's stronger, where does he put me? In other occasions, I would go back to my old thought patterns of feeling responsible for other people's feelings and emotions, for their reactions when I didn't give them what they were asking for or what they wanted from me. Miraculously, after a while, I was astonished to see that people stopped pushing my buttons. They quit trying to play emotional games with me. They didn't even try to manipulate me anymore. And not only they didn't resent my newfound strength, they started to respect me and even like me. I thought, this is curious. Just when you think you are doing everything right to please others, you get all the wrong results. You come last. And just when you cringe because you think everyone will judge you and dislike you for being nasty or unpleasant or not accommodating in the demands, if you don't think that they are right for you, but you are true to yourself in the inside, things turn around and you just get what you originally wanted. The closest explanation I can think of is that when I used to have 2 dogs in the UK, when I was living in the UK, I had 2 border collies. They were beautiful, black with the little white paws and the little white patches. They were super intelligent and super hectic. I had to take them out for walks for like 2 hours at a time. It was never enough for them. But I used to go and throw the ball. They used to grab it and bring it back. I trained them. But I found out that if I wanted to go home and I chased them, they thought it was a game and they would run away. So I learned to turn around, call them and walk away. And they did want to stay playing, but thinking that I was walking away and leaving them behind, they would start running after me. And life is the same. If you want it and you are needy of it, you will push it away. It will simply move further and further away. So if you really want it, you must decide it, put it out there into the universe and walk away and wait patiently for the opportunity to appear in its own right way, in the universally orchestrated way, because when it comes to you, you'll have your name on it and nothing or nobody will be able to take it away from you. Isn't it magical? Thank you for listening. See you next time.